1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. On the Lions sideline, that presence of Dan Campbell, who's taken Detroit to the playoffs in each of the last 2 seasons. His counterpart on the Packers sideline, Matt LaFleur. This guy's come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his 3rd season as the Green Bay starter.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That one complete to Watson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 22 yards, the pickup there. 1st down, Packers.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. If you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down. Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
Here we go.
Love to throw. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And he's going to have a Packers, and he is going to have the Chargers. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Not what you want to see. Quarter 1 of week 1. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Let's go.
Once again, it's Jacobs. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
A 5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
Ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. That's left side, caught by Musgrave. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the 1st down. A pickup of 8.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up the 1st down.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd down at the 13-yard line.
Come on, set. Red, hut.
Throwing is Love. That's hauled in at the 2. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
It's another Packers first down. 1st and goal at
Here we
the
go.
1-yard line.
Ready?
Jacobs. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
Was taken down behind the
Their
line of
ground
scrimmage.
game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
The idea here on 2nd down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a 3rd and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their...
To the goal line and in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Green Bay. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. Through the rain, the kick is good. And the Packers have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener.
McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. 2nd in passing yards in the NFL.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves. New season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And man, you get through that first game and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There'll be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, you're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he gets this up close to the 40. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack to keep this to a no gain.
He dives, and what a catch for the first down. 13 yards on that one. Move the sticks. It's a first down.
First down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up...
And they're going to get to him and take him down taken back to the other side of midfield.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
On second down, Goff. A throw complete to Tim Patrick. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
First down, Detroit.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. They get the rookie out of Georgia, Tate Ratledge, that time. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Here's Goff. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. It's the Packers on top. And we're back. Lambeau Field in just a moment. Lions ball to begin this second quarter as they are facing a tough 3rd and 11. Now, Goff. He'll go right back to Laporta. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
Laporta in motion. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. It works out as they convert on 4th down.
First down, Lions.
Laporta in motion. Goff to throw on first down. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And good yardage there after the catch to wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the Packers' 12-yard line.
A pitch to Montgomery. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
16-yard line.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions are on the board. It's 7-3. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. To the outside, that's St. Brown.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. He'll get a couple, mark him down at the 3.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. I would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense. We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
They're trying to answer that opening drive touchdown on the other side. So the offense stays out, and they go for it on 4th and goal. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on down.
Yeah, so I think, Mike, this is one of those decisions where the conditions and the elements definitely come into play. I think in a normal day of clear weather, this coach makes a different decision in this situation. But here, I can totally understand why he decided to be aggressive and go for it on 4th down.
The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs heading out for their next possession. Greg, the NFC North has become such a fun division over the last few years. Think of the geography and the legacy. It's always been, because of the proximity, a fun division with great rivalries. But with almost all the teams playing well, save the Bears over the last few years, it's almost heightened the awareness of how good the NFC North can be.
Yeah, I think going into the season, I'd make the argument it's the best division in football. And I think when the worst team, I know they were 5-12 with the Chicago Bears, but to me, there's a lot of wins built in there. Now they bring in Ben Johnson. They continue to build around Caleb Williams. That feels like there's a lot more wins built into that 5-12 record if they just get themselves organized and get some pieces around Caleb Williams, and that's what they've done. So, yes, Detroit and Minnesota, Green Bay, they've clearly been the top 3 for the last couple years, but if Chicago and that roster, if that's your 4th best team in your division, man, I'll tell you what, those are going to be some really competitive division games this year.
And I don't know if it's the weather. I don't know if it's the length of the franchises, but when these divisions go head-to-head, there always is a legacy feel that just is additive to the anticipation of those matchups.
Yeah, I mean, every one of these franchises has significant history for a lot of different reasons. They have Hall of Fame players, Hall of Fame coaches. Some of the most iconic individuals in the history of the league have played for these 4 organizations over the last 50-plus years. So there's so much into it, more than just the matchup on the field in that moment. And you can feel it with how much the fan bases rally behind their team.
They get 22 yards there. Good for a Green Bay first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Love. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw is Love. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Entering Cooper. They're on the tackle. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 6. On play action, Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10.
And the Lions 1st down.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. Oh, a loose football. And fortunately, one of the Lions in there to get on it, and Detroit keeps possession. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing here is Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple, and now we've got 3rd down coming up.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Now Goff. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
On 4th down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. Officially at even 50-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions are on the board just before halftime.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So, Greg, here come the Packers and Jordan Love at quarterback and stability at the head coaching position, 11-6 last year. This division, you've got to be extra good just to be around when the weather gets really cold in January.
Absolutely. In the NFC North, you can make an argument, Mike, that it's the best division in football. I mean, Green Bay wins 11 games, and you're 3rd in your own division. So that's going to always be the challenge up there in the North is, can you stay competitive enough? Are there enough wins on your schedule within the division? So that's something that all 4 of those teams are going to face. But playoff team a year ago lost to the eventual champs in Philadelphia Eagles. So they're close. Matt LaFleur always has his offense kind of on the cutting edge.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble.
Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. The Lions call their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Let's go. Ready?
We'll go play action with Love. That is pulled in by Musgrave. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
That's good for a Green Bay Packer.
On play action, Love. Go right back to Musgrave. He's got it again. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Brings up 2nd down at the 46-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Love. That's left side, caught by Musgrave. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime.
Ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's Dobbs open left side. And he's going to have the 1st down. They're also in field goal range at the 28-yard line.
That's another Green Bay Packer. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. McManus and the field goal unit come on. This from 45 yards away. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Today is the day we've been working towards all summer, the debut of our new halftime show. So without further ado, let's roll. Our trip around the NFL starts now. In the Big Easy, the Saints at home to take on the Arizona Cardinals. And it's Kyler Murray. He's going to look deep and find his receiver. 30-yard touchdown. The Cardinals come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. Next up, Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. Let's check in on the Jaguars. They're playing host to the Carolina Panthers. And it's the 3rd-year man, Bryce Young. 12 yards on the touchdown. The Panthers are able to come away with their first victory on the season. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins. And you know this guy can do this. It's Anthony Richardson. He'll decide to scramble here, and that's the right call. He's in from 9 yards out. And here's the scoreboard in the early window of the last week of the regular season. What I wouldn't give for an Octobox right now. Meanwhile, in our game, neither offense has been able to distinguish themselves. It's been the defenses that have stood tall so far. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott thanks the rain. Might not be as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down as we get set for this second half. The rain not letting up. It continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So out come the Lions, and can they get to the Super Bowl? Franchise that has never been to the Super Bowl, but really close the last couple of years. Made it to the NFC title game before falling to the 49ers 2 years ago. And then 15-2 last year, the #1 seed, but stunned by Washington in the divisional round. Feels like a pivotal year for Detroit.
It is, and it almost feels crazy that we're about to say this, but for maybe the first time in the history of the franchise, the Lions are starting to see some of the perils that come with being really good, right? Roster attrition. Everyone starts picking at your players. And then this past year, Mike, Dan Campbell, he now needs to replace both his offensive and defensive coordinator. Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn both moved on as head coaches. So with success comes a lot of challenges. So they've got to get healthy on the defensive side of the ball. The amount of injuries they took down the stretch was unprecedented. So Jared Goff has more than proven his place in this league. They've got to replace coaches, and they've got to find a way that not only are they winning, can you sustain it?
Goff to throw. That's a short one, caught by Laporta. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Lions first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Detroit.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and
in trouble, and down he goes.
After allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown. Amon-Ra gives the Lions a 1st down.
And the Lions first down.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 12-yard line.
A run up the gut with Montgomery. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane flows quickly. Here comes 3rd down. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
If you send your field goal unit on the field, Mike, it gives you a chance to chip away at this deficit. I think I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going to one of my critical plays on my call sheet. Keep this drive alive. The hope is to come away with 6.
They'll try it now with Gibbs. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
And it was probably a little bit closer than they would have preferred, but the decision to go for it pays off as they get just enough to extend this drive.
They'll go play action with Goff. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Smart decision there on 1st and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision-making here.
And he's in. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. now Jake Bates on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will tie things up. It's now 10-10. Scott thinks the rain might not be as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down as we get set for this second half. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him. Davante Adams, always not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing by the Rams.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, and now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba, he has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8.
Down. 50, grit, ready?
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This is taken in by Dobbs. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. That was good for 29.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 60. This offense is humming. A first down.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop it.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
So pick up with 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Set.
On the ground, here's the first carry for Marshawn Lloyd. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. It just never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Tie game, 4th quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to 1st and goal. Looking to squeeze into a crease somewhere. Did not break the plane. They're going to mark him short. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Jordan Love. Touchdown, Packers. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
McManus on for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers go up by 7. It is now 17-10.
17. Lions 10. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now headed back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Lions.
Goff to throw on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. They hand it to Gibbs. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
First down.
Goff to throw. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the Packers' 29-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep it?
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
On 2nd down, Goff. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
And And this one, right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
Down at the 30-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
Here we go. Hut, hut.
From the gun, it's Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll pick up 23 on that one. 1st down, Packers.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up 1st downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Here's a screen now for Lloyd. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Marshawn Lloyd. Touchdown, Green Bay. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now it's McManus for the point after. It's up and through. And the Packers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
13.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Lions offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff. He'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. And he's going to make his way out of bounds. That did not work as planned. Good size loss to take on first down. Now, on 2nd and long. Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Now, Goff. Going left side. And it's taken in by Williams.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
This throw taken in by Amon-Ra. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
And the Lions first down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. This one caught by Patrick. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try it with Montgomery. And he cannot get in. The try for 2 comes up empty, so unable to get within a field goal. The difference remains 5. A one-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout.
Down.
On the ground, it's Jacobs. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. And Detroit's going to use their second timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Here's the third and final timeout for the Lions, as it comes with a minute 4 left to go in the game.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats, and that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Green Bay first down.
That's good. First down. First and 10.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
Here we go, set.
They'll come up here, first and 10. They go down to an 8, and that's the way to start the new campaign. One game, one win here in this season opener. So, it's a win for the Packers. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field.